Hello there, Mad Mike here, and welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to talk about an announcement that came out from Disney today on Disney Plus Day. There was actually a lot of information that came out today. But I decided to cherry pick this one out specifically because it was interesting to me because I was a very big fan of the X-Men animated series in the 90s, along with the Spider-Man animated series that they had back then as well. And the X-Men series had a lot of really great voice acting. The animation looked cool. The stuff that they did in the show was really interesting. That was kind of my first introduction to the X-Men as a team before the film started coming out in the early 2000s. But now it appears that Disney Plus is going to be bringing new episodes of X-Men the Animated Series to Disney Plus in 2023. And by this we mean they're going to be reviving the series and creating new episodes, and they're calling the new series X-Men 97. Because I believe that was actually when the original animated series ended its run, which it went from 1992 to 1997. So now we have this new announcement that's coming out of Disney Plus Day, and there's a lot of good things here, but there's also a lot of things that might be concerning moving forward, but I can't really say much until we actually start seeing snippets and stuff from the show. Now, again, if they're doing traditional 2D animation, which I pray to God they are if they're reviving the show, then then it's going to take us a little while before we actually start to see something. Because again, this is just the first announcement. They've really just kind of announced some of the cast and the people that are running the show this time around, and the logo and stuff like that. Again, this is more of an announcement event as opposed to a lot of substantive stuff. Some of it is, but not a lot of it. Now, we're going to start with the good, and then we're going to go to the questionable. Now, the good is that a majority of the original voice cast is going to be coming back to reprise their roles. Cal Dodd is coming back as Wolverine. That's a fucking big one because he is one of the best Wolverine voice actors we ever had. Lenore Zahn, who played Rogue. George Buza, who played Beast. Adrian Hugh, who played Mr. Gray. I don't remember that one from the show all that much. Christopher Britton, who was Mr. Sinister, Catherine Disher, who played Jean Grey, Chris Potter, who played Gambit, and Allison Seeley Smith, who played Storm. Oh, and sorry, and Allison Court, who played Jubilee. Now, there's also a few new voice actors that are joining in undisclosed roles as well. Jennifer Hale, Aniwa Bushi, Ray Chase, Matthew Watterson, J.P. Karliak, Holly Cho, Jeff Bennett, and AJ Lacosco. And again, those roles that they are going to be doing have not been specified at all as of yet. Now, again, the only one who is unfortunately not returning is Norm Spencer, or one of the only ones. I believe I don't know if he also. I don't think the Professor X actor is in there as well. But I know Norman Spencer unfortunately passed away last year, so obviously he could not come back for this, which is kind of sad. He voiced Cyclops in the original series, and it also appears we're missing the Professor Xavier voice actor as well, even though, or it might be one of them. I don't know off the top of my head. But basically, that's great that you got all those guys back, especially the Wolverine dude. I'm really excited about that because I've really never heard another really good Wolverine voice actor like him specifically. Like, he could do that gruff, angry voice that Wolverine is so known for at this point. Now, here's the other thing, is that basically they've revealed the showrunners and they've revealed some other people. Now, this is where things start to become a little bit questionable. Now, the people that are involved in a consulting role, and by that I mean the fact that they're going to be the ones that are going to be consulting with the main creative team on the show. And those are some of the people from the original show, two of the writers, Eric and Julia Lewald, and also director Larry Houston. Now, Larry Houston, I did a video about this actually about 6-7 months ago, I think. And Larry Houston was actually trying to get a revival of the series off the ground. It appears, again, that he was 100% successful. And basically now we're on kind of the fast track. But as far as the consulting roles go, we know for a fact that Disney has treated consultants basically as just, we can stick your name on this thing so that people think it's good. And we've also seen what other studios like Netflix have done with older properties like this, with the Kevin Smith's He-Man show and some things like that. Now, obviously, two productions are completely different. Completely different people are involved in each, but it's one of those things where studios tend to use a lot of the same tricks as other studios. So maybe stuff that was used by Netflix might be used on this, but I would really like to see if they can make this a good continuation of that original 92 to 97 run. Now, the ones that are going to be doing the main stuff on this, Bo DeMeo is going to be the writer and executive producer. Jake Castorena is the supervising director. Now, the thing with him is that he actually has a fairly decent track record when it comes to animation. Now, he's been involved in a lot of the art departments and stuff for various things. He's also directed some of the stuff. New Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, meh. But you have Batman versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Death of Superman, Action League Now, which was kind of a Justice League-y type thing, and Batman Unlimited. So you had, again, all DC properties, though, hasn't moved over to Marvel, at least not until now, but he's been able to helm a lot of stuff, and he's been on a lot of very talented art departments with, Gotham by Gaslight, Batman the Killing Joke, Young Justice, a lot of a lot of the higher end stuff that has come out of DC animation in the last 5 to 10 years. So it's I feel comfortable enough with that that he knows, at least from a style standpoint, what he should be doing. Because again, they're basically just going to be copying the art style from the original show. So I think that he has the ability to do that, especially with some of those films, where some of those, especially the Batman related stuff, has a lot of really good artwork in it, or a lot of really good animation in it, I should say. So he's really kind of the most experienced one out of the bunch, but again, he's also the director, so I are doing main directing duties anyway. With a series like this, you could do regular directing, or you could do a switch off type of thing, which they've done. If it goes on longer, they'll probably wind up doing that. But he's one of the only directors that's been announced so far, and like I said, that is promising to me in the fact that he was involved in all those things, so he has a decent amount of experience. The other people that are involved are a little bit more green, but you also have the consulting, the consultation of all those people from the original series. And like I said, consulting is kind of whenever people list, or whenever production studios list people as consultants, it is always a double-edged sword, because you never know what they're using that for. Sometimes it is legitimate. Sometimes it is, yes, these people are actually consulting on this, and they are helping shape the story and the plot and everything about this show. And sometimes you have the polar opposite, where you have stuff like Disney having George Lucas come on as a consultant, and they basically just threw out all his shit, when they got the Star Wars movies and stuff. So you could have a situation like that, where it's literally just they want to use the name because they know it will attract people who were fans of the original show, and in reality, they are not using those people for what they should be using them for, and they are simply, they're simply there just to kind of toe a line, and that's it. And they don't even really get invited into the studio all that much, or have any kind of input on the show itself. So if it's the latter, I'm very, very concerned. If it is the former, then I feel relatively safe about the show, given the fact that the voice actors and stuff are coming back, and that there are some experienced people in various animation departments that are in here. But that's just kind of my opinion on this. I am kind of excited for this, just because I want to see what it looks like. I want to see if they can go back to what that was, and if they can add on to it meaningfully. I don't like to shoot down projects like this immediately, because there are, the people that were involved in the original stuff are still involved. It's not like one of those things where they're washing their hands of it and they're just using the name alone. So, I do want to see what this looks like when we finally do get an actual sneak peek of it, and we actually get to see some of the animation. I hope they didn't skimp on the animation. I hope it's as good as the original series. But again, it remains to be seen, so I'm going to leave it up in the air. But I want to know what you guys think. Put your thoughts in the comments below. Did you remember the series? Did you watch the series? Did you love the series? Are you happy that they're going to be adding on to it instead of doing another stupid remake or something like that? Or do you think that Disney is going to royally fuck this up? Put your thoughts in the comments below. As usual, I like to read them. Hit the bell for notifications. Hit the like button. Subscribe. And remember, I live my life free of compromise. Do you?